Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and September 14, 2020 was the 30th anniversary of Tiny Toon Adventures. Now, in honor of the 30th anniversary of Tiny Toons, I have seen the first episode on Saturday, and in this video, I am going to review it. Now, oh yes, well, it's been years since I've seen Tiny Toons, but I thought of an episode, for this occasion. So here it goes. The first episode of Tiny Toons, which was titled "The Looney Beginning." Now, the episode begins with at Warner Brothers Studios and of course Los Angeles, and this was of course in 1990. And it had Daffy Duck pitch in an idea for something, but he got kicked out and was upset that his idea was rejected. Now, another part of the studio lot, uh, Bugs Bunny was there and he was enjoying his Oswald. Now, for those who don't know, the Oswald is kind of like the Oscars, but for cartoon characters. There's even a special movie about it. I think it was one of those package films that Warner Brothers made in the 80s, where they showed the old Looney Tunes cartoons in, one film. But anyway, yes, according to Bud, he was hired to tell the origin of Tiny Toons. And yeah, as long as he gets paid, but he doesn't get paid in checks, but instead he gets paid in carrots. Anyway, what he said that he remembered was like a flashback, and he was in this portrait, and there was this animator who was being his boss didn't like his idea because was supposed saying that nobody wants to see a show about a rich brat named Antenna Max, and the boss warned him that if he doesn't come up with a good show by the next day, he'll get fired. So the animator went to his desk and tried to figure out a show. Yes, sorry about that. So anyway, while he was trying to think, Bugs Bunny told him that he can go around with rabbits. So he decided to take the advice. And first he drew a baby rabbit, and thankfully the idea was too cute that he threw it around. He wrapped the page up and put it in the trash can. Now then he decided to make something more family. Of course, it didn't work out so well because the idea was too violent. Something happy here. Yes, so plus a maniacal will over by parents, or at least in this case, the parents the 90s. So he rolled the beer around and threw it in the trash can as well. Then he thought of uh, separating the differences. So he created well, uh, not a baby rabbit, but not an adult, but somewhere around the middle, kind of like a kid. And then the rabbit came to life, and let's see. Oh yes, he decided to. Next thing you know, he changed the color. So the animator made the rabbit blue with some white parts on it. I mean on him. And then the rabbit just unclosed and gave him a red shirt and white gloves. And now the next thing what needed was a friend. So the animator drew another rabbit, and it was a pink rabbit with a white shirt, a purple skirt, and a purple bows on her ears. And when he was surprised that it was a girl, the girl rabbit said, "Welcome to the '90s." And then the girl rabbit asked what the boy rabbit thought of her voice, and she well the she took on two disguises or costumes. One was that alpha fairy, the next one was a cowgirl, and after that it was a supermodel. Then she went back to her original form. And then after that, let's see. Oh yes, she asked for his name, and the boy rabbit asked the animator for the names. So the boy rabbit became Buster Bunny, and the girl rabbit became Babs Bunny. No relations. But then the animator decided to call the quits and just spread the paper around into the trash can. And then Buster and Babs got another page and decided to make their own show. And what they did was come up with new ideas. So they needed a location, scripts, wacky but lovable neighbors, villains, and let's see what else. Yeah, that's what I can think of right now. But well, first thing they make it like location. At first they said to call it Green Acres, but then he said to call it Acme Acres. And well, Acme is known as the word Acme has been used a lot of Looney Tunes cartoons. In fact, it was a company that where Wiley Luca Jody ordered his stuff when he was pursuing the Roadrunner. Now, the next thing they decided on wacky but lovable neighbors. And so many cartoon characters for the show were waiting in line. And let's see. Sorry to have you here again. Sorry about this. Well, anyway, let's see. Oh yes, one of the first was of course Hampton Pig, who was inspired by Porky Pig, and the next one was Coco Dodo, and the rabbits put him in Waggyland. And then Lucky Dog came, and when he told the rabbits what he can do, well, Buster and Babs decided to make him the sidekick, and Plucky was so upset about the idea that he demanded to not be in the role. Now, I forgot what happened after that, but anyway, the next thing they did was get villains, and they went to a box that had a lot of villains in it who will be used in the show. And when they opened it, a lot of scary villains got out and then went inside the page. And then yeah, this I laughed a little bit, and Buster told Bess to check out the leftovers, and of course it was DC Devil and Elmira, and they both got in the pages, and then suddenly Montana Max come in with a fire coming out, and he was angry because the animator promised him his own show, but since it was rejected, he wanted the page and plan to do something. Now, the next thing they needed was scripts, and they got them to write a bunch of scripts for the show. And let's see. Oh yes, and when Montana Max was going on, he kicked Rabbit out and started to take over the series. And oh yeah, and this thing was very funny because the characters come with Plucky Dog. He was even for the stunt dog, and oh yes, and Coco Dodo, was coming on the page and like red rum, and that was really funny. And and usually I remember as a kid, this is when the commercial would start, and once the next act, well, Bugs Bunny said, as a narrator, he said that well, Baz and Buster were about to call it quits, but then Bugs decided to step in and help them out. And when they went to when Buster and Babs saw their predecessor, they begged him for help, and the way it was done was really funny. And well, the Babs did it. It was really funny, begging, and she said it always works. And then Bugs he agreed to help them out, and what he did was he drew a school known as Acme University, and he went inside the school. Oh yeah, the Buster and Babs followed him and told him all about what's in store for them. And oh yeah, and with that, and he sang a song, and oh yeah, forgot to mention like when they got to this school, but lucky he got him flat, and it turns out what he said that was because of a steamroller with Marty's name on it. Anyway, Buster, Babs, and Lucky they went to inside the school, and then Bugs Bunny started to sing his song about the school, only about that the teachers are all Looney Tunes characters, Porky Pig, Sylvester, Tweety, Yosemite Sam, Tasmanian Devil, Farfar Lacon, Tweety, you named, oh, Beverly Pew, you did them all. And then, yeah, and some of the classes were like wild takes, exploding cakes, envelope dropping, and villain whopping. And then, when Lucky answered that's all, well, he told that there are classes that ducks will find a feeling, which is, of course, is spotlight stealing. And appeared Daffy Duck, and Lucky was excited because he looked up to him. And then finally the song ended, and Bugs told them that they need to remember three things. Number one, their adversaries have tapioca for brains. Number two, oh yes, always eat your carrots. And number three, villains always fall for cheesy disguises. And Bugs dressed up as a Tasmanian devil. And then, told them where to find Monty. And, well, Monty was about to hide the stolen scripts and his safe. And then suddenly rang the doorbell. And it was Buster and Babs disguised as Yosemite Sam and Elmer Fudd. And just like Bugs said, Monty fell for the disguises. Oh yeah, and they did this funny thing, I forgot how the way they said it, but it was like do it like this or is it like this? In, I mean, I remember in the old Looney Tunes cartoons, they would do that sometimes, and it was very funny. And they're about to take the scripts, and then when Monty notices the rabbit tails, they're about to. He wants them to get stopped and punch a trap, but eventually Monty was defeated, and the rabbits went back to show. And then finally at the end, the animator found the scripts and yeah for Tiny Toons, and then he brought the idea to his boss. He said that the people who run the network actually loved the idea, and even gave the animator a bonus. And so the animator was so happy how things turned out. Well, but he thanked the rabbits and asked and the if there's anything he can do for them. they can name it, and this always happens here. All right, yes. So, but yeah, to name what they can do in order to thank them, and well, he asked for a credit by credit, and when he said, certainly, in your dreams, pal. And then Buster and Bears got so upset that they jumped out of the page and attacked him. And it ended with Bugs saying they're learning. And of course, that was the end of the first episode of Tiny Toon Adventures. And after seeing it after many years, uh, it's still enjoyable even as an adult. So you can look for where Tiny Toons we can find, full episode of Tiny Toons if you wish to revisit. And if you have children and would like to introduce them to the series, yeah, because I think they would enjoy it as well. I mean, just like how the old Looney Tunes were enjoyable to people of different generations, depending, no matter what decade you grew up in. I think Tiny Toons will be in the would have the same, like impact as well. I mean, the same popularity among new generations. And if they do make a reboot, it would be interesting. But for the time being, we can just enjoy the old show and think of all the good times that it brought people. And also, for the 30th anniversary, you can do something creative, like make a video like I did, or you do some kind of artist grad stuff, whatever you can think of, and share it on social media, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. So I think that's all I can do. Yeah, I think that's all for the 30th anniversary here on this video of Tiny Toons. Sorry, what I meant to say is, yeah. So that's all I can say about the 40th anniversary of Tiny Toons Adventure in this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.